of the left and the right in this country is status quo. What exactly does that mean? The sum of the left and the right in this country is status quo. I'm going to explain that to you in just a second. So, home ownership has shown me how partisan leftists and right wingers combine for a net result of zero. I mean, this is how a lot of stuff occurs, but I got to experience a specific example of something that is a pattern. So, on the right, there is sort of abandonment. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, individualism. We don't want any government handouts. Let me do for myself, right? And not that that's all bad. I am definitely a hardcore person when it comes to doing for myself. I've always been that way, very independent. When I was young and all my friends were doing roommates, I didn't want to do roommates. I wanted my own place, right? So I found a job that I could make enough money, and I made the sacrifice. I adjusted my budget so that I could take care of myself, right? But I also recognize that there comes a time when we all could use a helping hand. Of course, partisan media would want to focus on those that exploit any helping hands that are available, um, so they can push their handout rhetoric. So they'll focus on, people that are abusing these programs and things like that. But what I've recognized with homeownership is, although you get the left wingers who will recognize a lot of cops out here tonight. I guess that's how they doing their community policing or whatever, because I'm actually rolling through the hood. The left will focus on, we got to uplift everyone, right? We wanna attack poverty. We wanna, balance things out. We have the people at the very top who are squeezing all the resources, and then leaving the people at the bottom to suffer, right? Let's balance things out. Let's tax the rich and spread a little bit of the love around. Let's have a better safety net, right? No one should be homeless. Everyone should have a home. In this great country, we shouldn't have people, starving and things like that. Everyone should be fed. So lots of great ideas, good sentiment. I guess that's the social justice aspect. Good stuff, good intentions, potentially, right? But tribalism, right? Neither side seems to be serious about what they're talking about. So, since a lot of people on the left are not actually serious about these things, they end up with a lot of dumb ideas or incomplete ideas or not very well thought through ideas. And this is what I've observed, which to me explains why that is the case. I've been observing a lot of partisans in the left and the right to see, what they're talking about, what their concerns are, seeing how they operate. And I don't feel like I don't have any memories at all of left wingers know they're gonna disagree with me and say, no, we're critical, blah blah blah. I don't have a lot of memories of left wingers who spend a lot of time criticizing their ideas, right? Like, people talk about everyone should have a home or something, and then they want to talk about, you know, protecting people from evictions or whatever. And it sounds nice, it's a good sentiment, but I don't see a conversation on the left about what's the right way to do this, right? I don't really see, people saying, hey, everyone should have a home, but how do we do this? We don't want to bury the homeowners either, because we help out these uh, renters, right? Give them a helping hand, allow them to start a career, start a business or whatever, better themselves, and then one day they want to get to the point where they could buy a home, and then we're gonna bury them. We're gonna bring them right back. Like, I don't hear that conversation, right? So because it seems like the focus is really just the tribalism, it's like our main thing is to oppose the other, right? So conservatives, they are pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and they're pro corporate, and they are pro establishment, and they are fascists, and they're racist, and this and that, and they don't care about people sleeping on the streets, but we care. So it seems like it's more about being the good side. We're doing it the right way, than it is about actually accomplishing anything. I think another example is electric cars. Let me go by. So with electric cars, again, remember the pattern, right? You're not really serious about the stuff that you're talking about. It's just really about the tribe. So one side just seems to not really care about the environment. It's kind of like, global warming is not real, or it's not as bad as you say it is, or whatever, like denialism, whatever it is, right? So your focus is not on actually solving any kind of climate crisis. It's just being opposed to the other. Like, they don't care. We care. We gotta save the planet. We gotta electric vehicles. Yes, more electric vehicles. All those cars with the pollution and this and that. Electric cars. Electric cars. I don't see a lot of people on the left having conversations about whether the electric cars are really what you think they are. Right? How much pollution does it take to produce an electric car? And then ironically, you have dishonest people on the right who that's all they want to talk about, right? Rather than actually coming up with solutions and trying to address these issues, the focus is again on the tribalism. So we just want to oppose these people, right? With their stupid electric cars. How much pollution does each electric car cost to create? These electric cars are stupid. So rather than focus on, promote, and push a better way, like electric cars are not there where they need to be. Let's do what we can to get them to where they need to be, right? We have this much greater demand that electric cars are not meeting, right? Rather than that being the position on the right, right? The left has a good idea. We respect what they're trying to do, but their ideas are stupid. They don't even understand that a lot of the pollution is coming from meat production or whatever it is, right? We're gonna criticize, and we're gonna refine. We're gonna show you your. See, the thing is, they will say the left's ideas are dumb, so let's just not do that. right? So the left is talking about climate crisis and we got to save the planet, but the right's not saying, okay, those save the planet ideas are dumb. Here's how you save the planet, right? You need to use instead of electric cars, you need cars that run on hydrogen. Oh my goodness, with the dinging. We need to use cars that use hydrogen. Hydrogen is better than the electric cars. Or um, we need to we need to think not just about the cars, but the actual production of these electric cars. We need to regulate the, something, right? Um, you don't hear that, right? So the left will propose ideas that sound nice, that have a good sentiment behind them potentially, but because they don't seem to be very serious, the ideas are not well thought through. Good to see you, Kelly Ray. So the end result is we don't get anywhere, right? Because the right is just like, do for yourself, no government handouts, government, get out of our way, we will succeed on our own, right? So that means that people who need a helping hand don't get a helping hand. They just bury themselves, right? Because they're saying, do for yourself, and if you work hard. So if you're working hard and trying to do for yourself, and it's just not working for you, well, sucks to be you, right? So the right will abandon you, just leave you there to just sink. But then the left will propose these great ideas about, let's increase minimum wage, or let's do this, or let's do that. But again, they're not serious, so the ideas don't necessarily work. I'm not saying nothing the left suggests works. They certainly have some ideas that work, but you will get a lot of ideas that are not really um, well thought of. So that's why I say it's status quo. So we have issues in this country. One side is just like, hands off, don't shoot. No, I'm just kidding. Hands off, do for yourself. The other side tries to, talk about let's do solutions, but then they don't really think about their solutions very well. So what's the end result? Right? Because, like, for example, with the housing situation, um, so the left will push for, we got to get people to be in homes. We don't want people to be on the street, and we got to fight homelessness. So they're all about, stopping the eviction. Let's keep this eviction moratorium going on, right? Um, but the way I look at it is, all they're doing is extending the suffering of these people. Because, I mean, yes, in theory, maybe it buys you some time. While you're protected from eviction, you can figure some things out in your life. But ultimately, like, I look at the situation that I'm having right now. You know, let's say I fail with, these people that I have that aren't paying. If I fail to succeed, and I let the situation bury me, um, someone's gonna buy the house at a great discount, right? After I wasted a bunch of money on lawyers and hassle and stress, and then somebody just scoops up the property at a discount. Then that person's gonna try to do the same thing, because, you know, you can't run this house without any money coming in, right? They can't stay there forever, right? At some point in time, they will be evicted, right? And then at that point in time, they're going to have their credit ruined. So it'll be harder to find places to stay, right? And that's just going to create even more effects. So, you look at the right and say, well, the right doesn't want to address this homelessness situation. They don't want to, deal with these things. So, under right wing leadership, we're just going to have more of these people that are homeless, and people are going to be on the streets and whatever. But then with the left, the end result to me is the same. It's just that you just push it down, you push the can down the hill. I mean, and why? Same reason I said before, not well thought through ideas. So we're gonna protect people from being evicted, but then we don't have any money, right? So the program is, we're going to pay the rent for these people so they can stay in a home, but we don't actually have any money. So we're just going to help them to stay in somebody's place for free. so that when the place starts falling apart, the owner is not going to have the money to repair it. So now this person's living in an unsafe building, right, with bugs and there's leaks and all this kind of stuff, and they can complain all they want, and these programs will protect them where they'll be, hey, the owner, you must fix this. But if the owner doesn't have any money because they're not getting any rent because the tenant's not paying and the government's stopping them from moving them, then they're not gonna be able to fix stuff. So now the left has produced something where someone's in a home that's unsafe, it's falling apart. You crush the dream of the homeowner who worked so hard to be able to buy that home. Now they could be broke, bankrupt, homeless. I mean, any number of catastrophes could happen to that homeowner, but then the tenant doesn't get saved, right? Again, in theory, maybe it buys them time that they can figure stuff out, but a lot of them are not going to. That's not going to be the case. They're just going to be, whatever they're doing, trying to make things happen, and eventually they get evicted anyway, right? I'd like to see the statistics on, people who do these kind of things where you're staying in somebody's place and you're not paying the rent. Um, like what is the outcome? Like what percentage of people actually end up figuring things out and then they leave on their own accord or they eventually start paying again versus what percentage of people like end up falling anyway, meaning all this, which sounds nice, yeah, we're gonna stop the eviction, that is, it sounds nice, but at the end of the road it's the same result as right-wing leadership. The only thing different with a right-wing leadership is that person gets on the street today, right? You have a conservative leadership. It's kind of like, we're not gonna stop. We have, we're not gonna make somebody live in somebody's house and they don't want them to be there. Get out. So you have the homelessness explode right away, under the guise of, let the people figure out themselves, and we're gonna lower the taxes so they wouldn't need to be they actually be able to pay the rent because they don't have so much of their paycheck going to all these taxes and blah blah blah. The reality is they're gonna fail on the right wing leadership, right? Many of them, and they'll fail on the left wing leadership. It's just that it'll take a little bit longer. That's the way I look at it. Comment section is going crazy. We're pretty stuck. I'm not against government programs. That's where I'm considered liberal. Oh man, Kelly Ray is a liberal. I'm so tired of hearing I won't work with the left right. Well, if we don't work together, we're screwed. Right. And that's why, it's so frustrating to me when I see these partisan, YouTubers that keep people in a bubble. It's everything is the left sucks, the left sucks. Oh, the right sucks, the right sucks, the right sucks. You know, um, and then you have these who, they try to be like they're the better ones, but they will focus on one side, but it's supposedly their side or the side they're most closely aligned with. So you're on the left, but all you do is criticize the left. Like, okay. I mean, I'm definitely one for criticizing your side first, but if you're only criticizing your side and the problem is two sides, right? It's two to tango, right? It's two to tango. The situation we're in is the net result of what's happening in both parties. So you can't be focusing just on one party. I don't care if it's the party that's more closely aligned with your ideology, irrelevant. Both parties are working together to keep things the way they are. There's no way to stop that by only focusing on half of the problem. I'm sorry. Thanks, sis, for the invite. Oh wow, who invited you, Kelly? Thanks for that. Where did you send the invite? I appreciate that. Both sides are crap. No one, man. That's old man. I need glasses. That's something we men do. Like I don't know. Maybe women do it as well. As we get older, we don't want to accept reality. I've been needed to wear glasses for a while now to see things close up, and it's just denial, whatever you want to call it. Fortunately, it's not something more serious because us we men will have serious stuff going on and we'll be like, "Oh, I'll be fine," and it's like cancer or something. So, for me, it's just glasses, and now I'm in the dark. Now this live stream is gonna get really weird. Caroline, thanks for coming by. Division, division politics, identity politics. Yep, absolutely, 100%. Gardner, Josh, good to see you. Howdy. Is there a live stream you guys came from? Depends on who is landlord and who is tenant. Yeah, it's context matters. I mean, you do have legit slumlords who maybe you might be able to convince me that maybe they deserve what they're getting. If you're like a real bastard and you're just a jerk and greedy and you're just like an awful human being, I mean, if it's your home, it's your home. So it's tough for me to just say, like, you deserve it. But let's just say I'm not going to shed a tear for a dirty bastard slumlord who's just savage, right? And then you have nasty tenants as well who are just like awful people. I hate seeing homeless people. It hurts my heart. It's good that you actually have a heart, right? Some people just don't care. Just like, whatever, get a job, loser. Hey, Kelly, sis, so much love. Carolyn, much love. Hey, Joshy. No, I'm the liberal here. Oh, man. Center is where things are accomplished. I don't know about that. Center to me is where things don't get done. Everyone's looking at each other, you know. We need to save the planet. Oh, the planet is fine. Let's do nothing. Um, Government is not the solution. Well, tell that to all those people on Medicare. I shared the link to my good friends. I like to show people some support. I really appreciate that, Kelly Ray. That's really cool. Wow. I guess you got a lot of friends. That is really cool. I really do appreciate that. Because YouTube ain't sending me no love. My channel just been getting so silenced. I mean, I'm not gonna be like some of these creators who act as if they're not part of the problem. I'm certainly part of the problem. I'm not putting out content that is in high demand, but that's not what I'm here for. It's not a business. I'm not here to get the clicks and the views and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I want to get as much clicks and views as possible, but that is not my priority. So I'm going to continue doing what I feel is right and telling the truth, trying to wake people up, even though I know that it is not very popular, right? So YouTube doesn't like what I'm doing. They don't share my videos. But like I said, it's not just YouTube not sharing my videos. It's also I'm just not putting out a popular product. I'm on a block with like a McDonald's and a Burger King, and I'm selling carrots and lettuce and spinach. And it's like that stuff is good for you. It's good quality food. It'll probably make you feel better. It'll be good for your health, right? So it's not that it's bad stuff, but French fries. I want French fries right now. I'm trying to get a milkshake right now. Lisa D is in the house for the dark. How bad does this live stream look? All you can see is my mouth. This is gone sexual. The baby channel gone sexual. The lights went off on me. Amen. Lisa D, Carol Love Garden. Hey Lisa, how are you guys? I'm not on much anymore. I notice, Lisa. Lisa but you gotta balance things out though. And even myself, I mean, yeah, it's I'm trying to do a good thing here, trying to help people out, but that's not to say that I can't, you know, add some variety. So it's not because this stuff is kind of heavy, right? I mean, the sense of hopelessness of like the country not going anywhere and the tribalism. So it I can still stay true to my mission and then still have some variety where some fun topics, you know? Like I really want to get back into doing what I used to do before sometimes, which is the man, it's been so long. Oh, First Amendment auditors. Those guys are such clowns, man. That's a good laugh watching these guys with their games. So it would be nice to do that once in a while. You know what I mean? Because I've been really sticking with the politics stuff, and it's kind of heavy, you know. Especially in this country. How are you guys? Lisa D gave me the original link to your channel. Oh wow! Thank you so much, Lisa. Wow. Thank you so much. Trying to get something accomplished, Lisa D. I haven't had a lot going on as well. I have had a lot going on. I hope everything's okay, Lisa. Um, well, the notification came out to me. Oh, nice. Hope all goes well, you guys. Moving, Shapier, Kelly Ray, sooner than later, hopefully. Hope all goes well for you guys. Good willing. Thanks, Lisa D. I'm tired of this crap. I can't imagine. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the live stream. Thank you for joining in. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Lisa, Kelly, and Shay. Shay. Oh, you've actually been here. I thought you just dropped in. Shout out to Shay. Really appreciate the support. Thank you for stopping by. And also Gardner, Josh, and Carolyn. And I think I got everyone. Shout out to the lurkers as well who have not commented, didn't even bother to say hi. Got no manners. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream by letting you know that I just spent the last hour and a half spinning in circles in Walmart, trying to I want to buy some stuff for the place, and I just couldn't figure out what to buy. I got this stupid SUV so I could carry stuff because that tiny car, which I got rid of yesterday anyway. But I got this SUV to carry stuff, and I'm going in there like I need a table, I need this, I need that, and I walk out with a garbage can after an hour and a half. I literally have a garbage can in the back. It is what it is. I think I need a wife. All right, guys. Have a good night.